You see, normally when we go to a monastery, normally you hear the monk to ask you, meditate, develop your mind, meditate, train your mind to be calm. Then you will sort of, why? Not interesting at all, no, so calm. I got one friend during the army time. He said, I don't want to go heaven, so calm. He said, heaven. Go down to hell better. Hell got discotheque, got karaoke, got bar, got gambling den, got all this good food. Go down to heaven so quiet, you see. No exciting. No. So that time I believe him, Because we're in the army, we don't know. So I believe my friend, it's true, Go down to hell better. Oh, it's not the kind of hell. The hell they are referring is the hell of our mental state, our mind state. The hell, we are in hell if we never develop our mind. Then our life will be forever engineered by what? Controlled by our greed, our hatred, our delusion, by our own temper, our anger, our jealousy. If we don't develop our mind, don't bring our mind to the calmness, then this defilement of ours will always spring up into action, and we always fall under the victim of this defilement, this kind of wrongdoing, which we later regretted every time we do something. I shouldn't have do it. I shouldn't have said it. I shouldn't have blah 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 blah. All this type of thing coming out. You see, we regret every time we do something wrong. That's why when we say, develop your mind, putto, practice meditation, calm your mind. Calm your mind from what? Calm your mind away from greed, hatred, delusion. Calm your mind from anger, from jealousy, from unwholesome thought that arise in your mind, so that your mind won't be a slave, won't be affected by what arises within our own mind. Then we say that we are the one who practice meditation. We are the one who practice mental development. For whose sake? For our own sake. It's for not anybody's sake. It's for your own sake. Then we have this compassion ourselves. Sometimes we think of other people wrongdoing. Personally, we feel very compassionate for the other party because they don't see the problem they have. We wish that they could have seen the backfall, the shortcoming, but they can't see. They can't see because why? Because they have been blinded by greed. Greed for what? Greed of status. Greed for name. Greed for gain. Greed for people cheer you, talk good about you. Wow, So people are going for this sort of thing in this worldly aspect. So we when we look at this thing, these are what we call it, unknown people, untrained, right? Regardless whether you are a lay people or a monk, or even worse, can be Chao Khun or can be so high position. This defilement got no status, no. It penetrates to all level of human mankind, all human mind, at all level. You see the defilement will surface itself so clearly. If your mind is calm enough, you can see, then you start to feel, you don't feel sad, you feel compassionate. Why these people commit this type of thing for what? But we can only feel sad, feel that why they don't see the problem, why don't they see the shortcoming? They will just leave it. So it's so hard, That's why we got to practice meditation, got to practice the calmness of the mind, because it is through the calming down of your mind then we are able to reduce our bad karma, reduce ourselves from doing more unwholesome karma, unwholesome action for ourselves in terms of our speech, our thought, our action. You cannot deny, because we are in this supposition world. Our eye when we see things, our ear when we hear sound, our nose when we smell, come in contact with smell, our tongue when we taste, the taste bud, right? And the feeling our body get in contact with. And this mental formation that will make story is liking and disliking, and with the memory or attachment plus in, how your mind not being able to, cannot be so get involved, because it has been so habitual all the time since time immemorial, and all of a sudden we want to come and train the mind. So you find there's a tug of war. You find there is a difficulty here that it's not so easy, to calm the mind. But it doesn't mean that it cannot be done. It can be done. We just do every day. Every day we do chanting, prostration to the Buddha, whatever kind of chanting you can chant your Amitofo, Namo Guanxin Pusa, Om Memi Pemi Om, Putto Putto, Anapanasati, rising for whatever meditation teams or whatever Famen you have practiced before and you can ever calm your mind. Go to that. Pick up that one. That one suits you. Right? And you can see the difference when your mind calm down already. Then you can differentiate. Oh, it's true. Why? When your mind is protected by Putto, mindfulness, Putto, then you can see very clearly. Why? When this thought, unwholesome thought arising, for example, anger, you can see anger arising when someone says something you don't like, or you see something you doesn't like, or you hear say something, see, all this contact, sensory contact you doesn't like, or you like, you can see. Then you put, then you see your mind have a, what we call it, anchor point to anchor with. So you won't be dragging by this story making of the mind. Your mind doesn't make story anymore. It doesn't produce this kind of unwholesome mind state, though aggravate the condition. Already our mind is so chaotic, so painful. So sometimes when we look at other people, their mind state, we should have that kind of compassion that, these are the people who don't practice. So whatever mistake other people do, we don't take grudges. We don't, hold grudges. Just forgive them. These are the people. Even though they are monks, even though they are very high position, we just leave them alone, because they don't practice. It's so painful, and they don't know they have be a slave to their mind state at that moment. You see, we always have the kind of compassion to give people the leeway to correct themselves, to let the leeway for people to reflect on, because all human beings have the potential to be good. That's why the Buddha teaching is alive until today, because it has been tested for generation and generation of practitioners. Do good, do bad, do bad, do good, do good, do bad. This type of practitioner, like we all, same. No one don't cause no mistake. Everybody commit mistake. But because we were given the chance, we were not penalized. Even though we have Vinaya rules, even though we have precept, but the Buddha never punish us, because this is something that it can be corrected by one acknowledgement of one's own fault. Then you say, okay, we correct it. So we must always have this kind of mindset in ourselves. So then we can really practice what we call compassionate for other people. Even though people have done wrong to us, we just, never mind. It's their karma, not our karma. Because that karma, that kind of mind state, even though that person doesn't correct himself, who suffer? He suffer, we don't suffer. Leave them alone. And that's why I always say, leave them alone, leave them alone. They will die one day. I will also die one day. But we die with less commitment of unwholesome karma. We don't commit more karma, bad karma that aggravate the condition. We reduce our own karma. That means our mind, even though being bullied, we know we've been bullied, but we don't hold grudges. So nothing can bully us. We don't hold grudges. We feel bullied if we hold grudges. We don't feel anything. We just indifferent. Oh, it's just like wind blowing. Our seeding, all this kind of sound. But we're inside here so safe. You see, because why? The seeding never say anything. Only sound only. We sit here so safe. No problem. So we mustn't be so worried about external things. Because why? We know that there's a lot of nail up there to secure the zinc sheet up there. So the wobbling of the wind, contraction of the wind is just a sound. Same likewise with other people outside there. People who make nasty remark about us. Same thing. But we don't care. We just look at them like we are sitting here. Nothing, just wind, no problem. Same thing. We put the comparison to external things of how people react to us. Same thing. So we have no problem. If we are able to train our mind to be able to adapt to this state of mind state, then we say that, okay, your meditation is up to date. Up to date is what? Up to date, that means you are not shaken by external provocations. We can still stay very calm, indifferent. Then you can find the real happiness within yourself because there's a balance all the time. You don't fall to the left, you don't fall to the right. Whatever happens, we stay middle. We don't side because why? We are looking after our own mind state. Why should we fall under the influence of them? You see? Because of this kind of right view, this kind of view we have, we can find the real happiness within ourselves without causing pain to other people. Right? And that will be the sharing for today.